Game Pass has been confirmed to be profitable by Phil Spencer earlier today in an interview with Wall Street Journal. There was plenty of other things that he had to say, so let's get into it.
We're on a mission from God.
G'day, welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the content, please hit the like button. I have a podcast that goes live 8 p.m. EST every Friday. Look, let's get straight into this because Phil Spencer had an interview with the Wall Street Journal. It's something that Tom Warren's reported on Twitter. And if you don't know, there has been a long-running back and forth between members of the community about whether Game Pass is even sustainable, let alone profitable, with many saying that it can't sustain the amount of games that it pays for within Game Pass with a small fee from a subscription service. And today, Phil Spencer has come out and told everyone that Game Pass is indeed profitable, and they've been very careful with the wording that they're using. It's not something that they can say publicly unless there is truth behind it. They've got shareholders, and there's plenty of recourse if they do say something publicly that isn't true. So we know factually that now Game Pass is profitable. This is what Phil had to say. He said Game Pass as an overall part of our content and services revenue is probably 15%. I don't think it gets bigger than that. I think the overall revenue grows, so 15% of a bigger number, but we don't have this future where I think 50, 70% of our revenue comes from subscriptions. He referenced the reason for this was obviously there's a ceiling. The amount of consoles you've sold, the amount of people that are willing to subscribe to Game Pass with those consoles, that's kind of your ceiling. There's obviously other avenues that Xbox has created for themselves with cloud, but I don't think they were ever expecting to see that as their main revenue source. I think that was just something that's very supplementary, something that brings people into the ecosystem, and obviously that's what this ABK deal is all about, bringing people across that ecosystem to give them the best deal in gaming. He goes on to say, we are seeing incredible growth on PC. On console, I've seen growth slow down, mainly because at some point you've reached everybody on console that wants to subscribe. Now, this is a concern for me personally. I hope that they make sure that those numbers stay steady by providing that steady stream of content and still looking after their console players. I think that that is what they plan to do, and it's something that they will do, but it's always something to watch out for. Companies do become complacent. Now, this is fantastic news because, as I've said, many times there's been back and forth in the community about whether Game Pass is profitable or not. However, there was a caveat, and Phil Spencer did speak about something that I myself have spoken on and many other people have spoken on, saying that obviously the price point cannot hold forever. That is not how subscription services works. You look at Netflix, they will start pushing that price up slowly over time to see where their ceiling is for the price. And that's just something that's been expected. As long as they're bringing enough content and there's value in there worth it for the price, this is something I don't see a major problem with. I'd be willing to spend a little bit more on Game Pass. I think it's a ridiculously good deal, and it wouldn't upset me if they raise the price. He went on to say, we've held price on our console, we've held price on our games and our subscriptions. I don't think we'll be able to do that forever, which is, as I said, expected. I do think at some point we'll have to raise some prices on certain things, but going into this holiday, we thought it was really important that we maintain the prices that we have. So this is a really good thing to hear, knowing that they'll be holding those prices for the holidays. I think going into the new year, we're going to see some changes, and I always expected when they started really bringing content from their first parties that they would start raising the price of Game Pass. So what does this mean for us as gamers, as subscribers, as consumers? Well, it's good to know that the ecosystem itself is healthy and will continue to be provided as a service to us who exist in that ecosystem. So great news that Game Pass is profitable. I mean, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion when we saw the revenue figures being at 2.9 billion. Now, for you guys who are subscribers to Game Pass, and for those of you who can, I would recommend that you stack your Game Pass ASAP before we tick to the next year. Get as many months up on Game Pass, and possibly even years, as you can before that price goes up. He's given us fair warning, and I appreciate the fact that he's come out, he's given us the facts, he's been transparent, and this transparency and giving us the information way ahead of time is something that I really appreciate from Microsoft, from Phil Spencer. Guys, if you have liked this video, please hit the like button. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, share me out. I'm on my push to 1,000 subscribers, which I'm pretty excited about. So thank you to everyone that comes to watch these videos and comes to watch the podcast, and I'll see you in the next one.